Another crazy thing, people might think it's crazy, but it will help, is I'll say, bring all your rubbish here. And I mean material rubbish. Because I'll have plenty of people to go through it as people will be coming. And I'll go, here's a job. They have it already over in the third world countries. But I'm going to run it better. And I go, bring all your junk here, all your machinery. If you can't get a spot, just bring it up here. You don't have to go pay anybody. It's free. Just the cost to get it here is all I'll ask you to pay. And dump your materials. I'll have a list of what materials you can come and dump. And I'll have people go through these materials and recycle and use these materials. And then perhaps over time, we'll even come and talk about your company and things like that, try to help you out. So you'll get rid of your rubbish, hopefully at a cheaper cost, and you'll get promoted. Pretty cool, right? What do they tell us if you rush into things? Definitely if you rush into things important. What usually happens? Why do they tell us not to rush into certain things? Because you might get what outcome?
I want to see this resolved quickly.
Not to see it resolve quickly. Perhaps you might get elbows?
I don't want to see him kissing goblins, ingratiating goblins, in bed with a goblin. I don't want to see him kissing goblins, succubus with goblins, ingratiating goblins, in bed with a goblin. I don't want to see him kissing goblins.
Wait, what you got saying?
Elm Bakery. The post is 23 hours ago. These charming young men decided to break into our bakery in Howlong Post Office at 11:36 p.m. Unfortunately, they don't share a brain cell between them and got caught by our bakers and our cameras. But the lack of police presence around our region means they got away. Please share so we can identify them. And then 15 hours ago, there's more photos.
Yeah.
Howlong Bakery posted, if you see these two about, offer them a change of pants. Particularly the one who was crying and saying sorry. Not so tough when you get caught midway through our break and enter.
Yeah. So 5 teenagers, one
I saw
got
it in
grabbed.
the comments. Let me read the comments again.
In Howlong Bakery.
Yeah.
See? That's part of my story again. As I've
Bakery.
talked about, Howlong Bakery. Already.
Oh, look at that. Police didn't arrive until 11 a.m. yesterday. Today. This happened.
Yesterday.
Yeah, night time.
Yeah.
And they didn't even attend. Yeah.
They got a lot of
They were
issues.
too busy to send anyone at the time.
Too busy,
Someone
yeah.
said.
There must be some noise complaints to deal with. Because like I said, we called about actually someone being physically violent kind of thing, besides yelling. And, aggressive. The best way to say it. Someone being aggressive to you is not as bad as noise complaint. Because then the same people who've been aggressive got noise complaint done on me. How weird is that? We rang up someone about this. Is just one little story that I've told. I rang up a couple of years ago about someone being aggressive, going off their head about noise, right? And you always ask people nicely, of course. There's no need for that kind of stuff. Call the police about it because worried they're going to come over and keep being aggressive. And then next minute the police turn up for the noise complaint. And it's just me doing what I've always done, had a bit of music going, and the equipment's noisier than the music. So the music's not that loud, you know what I mean? Isn't that right, Emma? Yeah. Anyway.
Someone wrote, how did they get away then? And Howlong Bakery said, was 5 all up. Had one of the bakers had one pinned down, and the others came in and started throwing rocks at his head.
Yeah.
You know he likes throwing rocks, eh? Got old ladies throwing rocks too.
They
They just accuse things
there you go.
that are not even true.
See you later.
And they don't care when you tell them that too. That's
Yes,
crazy.
I'm back at this clip.
So I got, it's not true. I got evidence you want to say. No, we don't want to say it.
It's
crazy.
It still won't let me do an update or anything.
So they definitely know what they're doing, no?
But anyway, I just don't know. Hopefully it's good. wants it. Let's play it.
When Trump's in town, you will get this
And I want to talk about these comments. With voice.
down and this frown. Of a great American tragedy, something I've seen as a physician at the bedside. We refuse to make the most
Goes,
vulnerable citizens
goes up. You just got with a concussion. There's nothing else to say. Sound guilty or what? Everybody just sweet. Perhaps bullying works. Straight out.
When Trump's in town, you will
We
get
learn
this
from the
sound
best.
and this frown. Of a great American
Anyway, see
tragedy,
you later.
something I've seen as a
Alright, they identified the vendors, and the baker has this to say.
How Long Bakery said, we would like to express our heartfelt appreciation to our local community and surrounding areas for the exceptional support. Thanks to the information provided by the community, we were able to identify the offenders before the police arrived. We can only hope that justice will be served to the dozens of businesses targeted by these young people in recent weeks. And they will be back to usual operating at times tomorrow. We hope to see you all for coffee and cake.
Gets his business going again.
And there's
In fact, that should help his business
there's two photos, if you want to.
because he stuck up for it. So in a way, the police not doing their job helps in another good way to make them look good. That's what I've got to say. I'm trying to,
Does better.
trying to make it positive. But if the community didn't do nothing, it just makes him look bad, and people might not go there because nothing's happening. And so they would go, what happens if it happens during the day? What happens, and that can become bad. So it's good that you get a good outcome.
That's two photos.
Some photos of the people. Where's the comments for these things? Shows them some comments. They're pretty funny, actually. Typical of people
Hang on,
speaking when it comes to certain areas.
there's another photo.
That
I'll show
constantly
those.
happens.
I'll show you the comment. Yeah, the comments are underneath.
They're like little videos.
You can't click on them, they're just
okay.
screenshots of video. And the comments to the posts of them saying, has anyone seen the police? ? Still waiting for them to attend an aggravated break and enter from last night.
Yeah, I'm gonna show them. You don't have to read all.
I'm just reading I'm about to show you the comments. I was just reading what How Long Bakery said.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were starting to read the comments. That's all.
Yes, comments. I bet what people think of the police. Pretty much.
And you know why they get such opinions?
Because they're hopeless.
Because the police care to people. Customer service. Poor customer service. Because when you get poor customer service at a business, what do people talk about? Similar things to this about the business?
Yep.
Yeah. There you go. Have a good one. See you later.